Hi guys and welcome. Today I'm sharing I'm introducing this new project I'm working on, which is called the Flighty Faeries Grounding Grimoire. And I just sewed the signatures in the other night and found this beautiful green velvet. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, you can see it that way, can't you? Yes, beautiful green velvet that I covered it in and then popped these little brass goodies on the corners. In my last update, that is titled Update, I shared some of the stuff that's actually on the inside, and I was going to put it into this other book, which I'll show you the cover of. You may remember if you did see that update. I'm not going to work with this after all. I'm going to tear that apart and turn it into a steampunk book because the moss on the corner of that is just too much. It's falling off and it's not good. So I took what I had saved for that and I put it in here. I'm really excited about this because it's really coming along nicely. I'm not going to go crazy with this book. It's not going to be like whoop like this book is. Ta-da! It's not gonna, we're not doing that again. Alright, I mean we are, but not this time. So this is gonna be a little, a little more calm, but I'm just gonna give a quick introduction. What's going on here? I got a little pocket here, of course. And I'm going to be adding something in here. I don't know what yet, but something like, an extra flappy-doo. This is an accordion organizer. So I was thinking of actually putting this after the second signature, but let's just get through this and we'll discuss all that later. So there's 3 signatures in this book, 15, well actually 30 pages each signature once they're folded in half. Some are doubled up and some have pockets in the top. Some I already started some basic stuff on. This is a pocket. That's backed, so that's a pocket too. You have a lot of writing space in this journal and I want to keep it that way. There's the first Flighty Fairy. Smashed Lady Coddington's fairies. I think there's like 3, maybe 4 altogether in here. The back of that. What's cool about this is I think what I'm going to do is gesso this and put some lines here so you have some writing space. We'll see in the craft along. We'll see what actually happens because I would like to get some feedback on that and find out what people think. Is this a pocket? No, that's not a pocket. That's just doubled up. I think I'm going to glue these together and possibly make that a pocket because there's just a lot of blank there, even though we do like that. There will be some cloud stenciling here, and that's definitely a pocket, I can tell. That needs to be re-glued in one little spot there on the top. This is going to be my Craft With Me break-in book. So I'm breaking myself in, getting used to doing the craft with me's, because the last few times I kind of was banging into my camera. That's why I sewed this in off camera. I didn't want to do that again. So this is just a lot of writing space. This is the mirror image from the other side, except the other side of this had a pocket on the top. This one has a pocket on the side. I think I showed that page actually last book. A lot of these I have when I was introducing the last book. The little fairy guy. These fairies are kind of naughty. I had to do some trimming to get them in here without completely showing it all off, So this is very, very basic. We're not doing anything too bouffant, like I say. We'll just be adding writing space, maybe some lines and little stamps in the corner. And of course on the heavier pages, we'll have some ephemera pockets and places for goodies like bookmarks and, you know, writing boards, whatever needs to be had. It was fun flexing these out. I was able to get some of that new avocado paper in there from last month's dyeing session, which is nice. Here we have the centerfold fairy, and I love how this sits. I trimmed it a little bit smaller than the pink, and then the vellum on and the other pages on the other side like waterfall style. See that? I love it. So more of the same from the other side. This is the end of the second signature. Oh, I've already made a little goodie. I'm going to put some of that lace on the tip of this too and flex this out some. This is still really plain, but at least I've got a little starter project going on here. Still need to back that. But that's how this stuff starts. That's the beginning. And what reminded me was this like faux tape in there. I was like, oh, that's the same color as that lace. That gives me an idea. I think I'll pair it there. So I paired it there. This is parchment paper. I printed that on parchment paper. Nice and thick. So many good possibilities with that. Of course, our coffee dyed paper. Avocado dyed paper. This is an ancient music note. This is so old it's like very soft, very thin, but that's okay. Hey, if it disintegrates, you know, we can always fortify it, reinforce it. There's so many possibilities. So that's the end of this second signature, and notice another big gap for something like this. There's room for several somethings possibly. We'll see. This is a pocket. There's nothing in it right now because I wanted to take everything out so I could do this properly. Another pocket here once I glue that side up. We have some some paper that we're going to be adding in some specimen cards in with these sort of things. So there will be, so this will make sense once, you know, probably going to have a nice pocket here or a flip out with some specimen cards. We'll see. But that's definitely specimen card laboratory area. I've got it like compartmentalized in my mind. We're going to be doing some more of that cloud stenciling here. That's going to be fun. Kind of grungy, dark mushroom color. I think I used that same kit, Herbology, and this a lot of this is overflow from the when I had set all those papers aside for the grungy fungi forest journal. The ones that didn't fit ended up in this pile, and then I've added to it since. So here's the funny thing about the third signature. You might already start noticing it. The pages started going wonky on me, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Some pages are higher, some pages are lower. Check this out. This is a trip. It's funny. At first I was like, oh no, what have I done? I screwed up. And then I was like, you know, I kind of like it. There's the third centerfold lady, fairy lady. So see, there's a gap here. Page is way up here. Then you turn that one. This one's floating way up here. Hilarious. Then it goes down, and you see these two are overlapped like that. I don't mind it. I dig it now that I'm just like, what are you gonna do? I gotta laugh at myself, right? This is a learning process. Sewing these in the other night were really hard. That's why all my nails are so short. I had to trim them off as I was fighting with my thick needle sewing these pages in, and I really need to get a thimble. That's one thing that I don't have that I was wishing I had the other night, because I did almost put a hole in my thumb right there. And again, wonky pages. Up, down, every which way. So this is the new project. We're going to be doing some craft with me's in here, and I think I'm going to be adding a fourth signature here, and I think it's going to be this guy. I cut him out from that last update. He was on the hot air balloon trip. Well, I like him for this because, of course, Flighty Fairies. So we're just going to pop him in right there. He's got a great opportunity to have a flat spot and have some pages sewn in. And of course, at the end of my books, I like to make a folder like this and include some free ephemera just to, you know, sprinkle throughout the book at the recipient's leisure. So we have this little, you know, another little pocket here. I know it's goofy, but it is what it is. So I think that's going in there. The craft with me's, and then after the second signature we have a nice gap here. I think this is going in here to hold some specimen cards and other goodies. And look at that, it's already starting to sit and bounce. Oh yeah, that's good. Sorry guys. Okay, so I think that concludes my update. Oh, I have to show the old book really quick that I pretty much ripped all of this out of. So it was this one, and I'm going to make a video on things like what not to do, I think, because this was a big mistake. This was a pre-made piece of moss backing, you know, flooring for fairy whatevers. And I tried to glue it on here and all the moss fell off, and then I thought, oh, I'll just, you know, I'll work with it, I'll do something. And then I sewed it down and glued it down, and then I had to rip it apart because I had to get in here to sew the signatures in, right? Well, then you look at how dilapidated this is, and I like got a lot of Frankensteining to do, you know, and I was like, you know, I'm not going to fight with this thing. I'm just going to throw it into the bin. And when I'm ready to do a steampunk journal, I'll have a little head start. So I'm due for a steampunk journal soon. I've done a lot of foresty things lately. So the next update is going to be the blue music notes and blue dyeing from the red cabbage that I did the other night on the full moon. So that video should be coming up soon. And we'll see you there. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, and share. Toodaloo!